The title race comes down to Manchester City hosting Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium. It promises to be electric and dramatic. And in this episode, we preview the game for you. My name is Ayomide Sotubo. This is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. In today's episode, in-house researcher James joins me to talk about what is perhaps the biggest game of this season, Manchester City hosting Arsenal. And of course, a lot of things has been talked about. Arsenal, they've been fighting for this, and it comes down to this game away from home. They've not beaten City this season. City has beaten them twice, once in the FA Cup, the other one at the Emirates Stadium earlier this season, still in this year, in 2023. But then, this is perhaps the biggest game of this year for many. So where do you think, for Arsenal or for City, the game will be won and lost?
Well, for me, for Arsenal, I think it's going to be won in the attack, because why Arsenal have been in this stage in this season is because of the attack. If you check out the front three or front four, they've been sharing the goals among themselves. But where it's going to be lost for them is the midfield and the defense. Actually, we've seen in the past 3 games now, we've seen that why they've been conceding cheeky goals because of the carelessness and mistakes from the midfield and the defense. But in terms of the attack, I think they are good to go. So if they're going to hurt City, it's going to be from the attacking line.
On the strength of form, City are the better team at this point in time. Of course, Arsenal are drawing 3 consecutive games in underwhelming performances, I must say. But City are unsung. They are defeating anybody that comes to the Etihad or that they visit away from home. And do you think this is just a straight ticket to a victory for a team that has won the Premier League, know this phase of winning the Premier League when it goes thick down the wire? Do you think this team that knows how to win, have won 4 times in the last 5 years, do you think is straight ticket for them?
Yeah, for me, I think that's it for Man City, because this is not the first time. A lot of teams have challenged them when it gets to this stage, and they've come out tops. Manchester United, Liverpool, they've come out tops against these teams, and I don't think Arsenal is going to be any exception to this, because this is like, they just know how to run this race when it gets to this particular stage, and they're going to do it against Arsenal.
But mathematically, it's not over for Arsenal, because they lead by 4 points. If they pick up a victory, which also is not something you can rule out, it's football, anything can happen. If they pick up a result, perhaps a draw, or better still, a victory at the Etihad, they might as well still go on to win it.
Yeah, that's the beauty about football. One good result can just spur you on, because you know that they've been struggling the last 3 games. But I believe that if they manage to get a victory at the Etihad, but the last time they did this was in 2015. That was the last time Arsenal won at the Etihad. That was like how many years ago now? So for me, if they manage to get a victory there, I think that will kind of re-energize them to go into because they still have some tricky games. They have Newcastle, they have Chelsea, they have Brighton. So for me, Man City, to me, they still hold the edge.
Right. So to wrap things up, let me ask you, James. Looking at the trajectory of Arsenal, where they are coming from, if they do not end up with the title, but they make it to the Champions League, obviously, right? Is it a bad season for them?
Well, going into the season, the expectation was for them to qualify for the Champions League.
But I
think they've gone beyond the expectation. And with the way things are going, a lot of fans want them to win the title. And if at the end of the day they don't win it, I think for most of them it's going to be a bad season. That's the way I see it.
But would you be contented as an Arsenal fan, by the way? It's interesting to know.
Well, I never gave them a chance to even come this close. And now that they've given me a taste of what it means, because the last time they won the league was 2004. That was like over almost 20 years ago. And I think it's going to be a bad season if they don't win the league.
Okay. All to play for at the Etihad. But then we wrap this edition of Nutmeg. And on this note, we bring you the Guardian picks. We start in Italy. It's the Coppa Italia semi-final between Inter and Juventus. Both sides already meeting twice this season. Juventus victorious on both occasions. But Inter have a better record in the Coppa Italia. I favor a goal by both sides. In Spain, Rayo Vallecano welcome Barcelona, who seem to know how to nick a victory and get a result when they need it. I favor them to play an under 2.5 goals because they don't score a lot of goals. In England, West Ham United entertain Liverpool. West Ham United determined to stay up top in the Premier League. Liverpool determined to make it into the Champions League. Both teams, as a result, scoring goals right, front, left, and center. I favor both sides to score in that particular encounter. And to wrap things up, we bring you the game in England as well. Tottenham will entertain Manchester United. Big game for the top 4 in England. And I tip both teams to score as well. Both sides want to make it into the top 4. Both sides definitely will get goals. You can join the community by hitting the subscribe button, and you can tap the notification bells to get our latest videos as well. My name is Ayomide Sotubo. Do stick around on our channel. It's goodbye this time.